Hey, what's happening, everybody? How are you? I've been trying to organize and get together this launch of the new podcast, and honestly, there's just been so many things going on in the world. It's like the direction that I've wanted to take it changes constantly based on everything that's going on, and I just can't keep an eye on it. So, but I'm just going to start recording videos and uploading them, whether it's a podcast setting or just like this sitting in my car. I just feel like there's a lot of stuff going on that people need to know about, that the mainstream media doesn't tell you about. And so here I am. So, but for today, the major thing, this is what actually prompted me to record this, is because what's about to happen in the world right now, probably tonight, if it's not already underway. Before I go any further, actually, let me just preface this with saying that I get all of my information and my news, my resources through former military colonels and generals, through a network of people, and some of them are on YouTube. I will drop their names and stuff below, but from people like that, former military intelligence. I don't pay attention to Fox News. I don't get information from any news channels. So pretty much everything that these guys have said since all this stuff started happening with Iran has been 100% factual, and what they said was going to happen pretty much has happened. So, within reason. So I just wanted to preface that by saying that I'm not getting information from a bunch of nut jobs on 4chan or something. So, and I'll share the links to and the names of people that I follow and get info from, but so you guys can do your own research. But it's hard to do a lot of research. I'm unfortunately or fortunately, I'm kind of like a junkie with geopolitics and stuff. The last like 4 or 5 years or so, I've been really studying it a lot for what I wanted to do at some point, but for now I'm just going to use it here. So let me get into what's about to happen over the next day or so here. So the two world psychopaths, Netanyahu and Donald Trump. I don't know if Trump's necessarily a psychopath, but he's certainly following along with his puppet master, Bibi Netanyahu. So they had some red lines that they couldn't cross with Iran. In the whole Iran situation, everything you see in the media is 100%, I'd say 95% lies about Iran, who they are, why they're doing this. Most people have figured this out by now, but you don't necessarily know the reasons why. I will make some videos and get into some of that if anybody's interested. But what's going to happen, or what did happen, is they crossed the line with Iran, and Iran warned them not to. And that was basically for them not to be bombing their energy infrastructure. This is a country that has to function, that has to run. And, the U.S. and Israel has already pretty much destroyed this country over the last 50 years, through sanctions and red tape. So, they decided to bomb Iran's gas field last night, or sometime in the middle of the night or whatever, yesterday. And it's like the biggest gas field in the world. So Iran warned them not to do that, and they told them what the consequences would be. And Iran acts on a eye for an eye basis, so they're very measured. Regardless of what you might hear in the media and what people might say, most of that's propaganda and just nonsense, and people just repeat stuff that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So, but Iran warned them not to do that, and Iran told them what the consequences would be. And the consequences of them doing that is going to be that Iran is going to start bombing and destroying all the energy infrastructure in the Gulf, in the Middle East. So this is going to drastically change the world. Again, Iran has been very measured in what they've been doing. The responses, they haven't gone full out. We've barely done anything to their to their missile capabilities and infrastructure. We're blowing a bunch of stuff up, bombing empty buildings, blowing up stuff that they don't use. We've been blowing up a bunch of decoys, but believe me that we've barely done any damage to their missile systems and their missiles and stuff. So they're getting ready to unleash hell on the Middle East, and they said this is now total war, and this is going to happen. They're preparing for it right now, or by the time I'm even recording this, it may already be underway. But it's going to have massive global consequences, and who knows what. I mean, we're talking way far beyond like high gas prices and shit. So everything comes from oil. The energy industry kind of runs everything. So it's kind of scary, and this is going to have like massive global consequences, and we don't even know what those are going to look like. So the world is about to change. The world as we know it is about to drastically change. And I just want people to remember who's responsible for this. Unfortunately, I voted for Donald Trump. And then, within I feel like the first 100 days were good, and then he went off the rails. And then as soon as I realized he was completely bought by Israel, I knew it was all over. It was all over, because I know what Israel's been trying to do for decades, and they just couldn't fully buy an American president before Trump. But they've fully bought him. He is fully their puppet, and this is going to be really bad. So I will start posting updates based on what I know. But for now, I just want everybody to be prepared. I mean, there's not much you can really do to be prepared, for something like this, but it's going to be catastrophic. And I don't know what who can even imagine what the outcome of this is going to be on a global scale. But it will change everything, and it will affect us. And I just want people to know who's responsible for this and who's done it. So I just wanted to put this out to kind of start getting some information out. But anyway, so that's all I got for now. I will continue to post some updates, moving forward. And so I kind of keep everybody in the loop, because I realize it's hard to find the truth in things. It's hard to navigate, websites and Twitter and X, whatever, and figure out who's telling the truth. But I've worked really hard at curating my resources, and they've been pretty much a 95% accurate over the last few years that I've been following people and talking to people in the network of people that I'm with. But I will continue sharing. So I just want everybody to know that's it for now. Yeah, I don't know how to be prepared for it, but I just kind of want to get that out there, and I'll post some updates soon. All right, thanks. Bye.